I don't think you'll ever forgive me, but darling, I won't forget all the times I let you get in my mind. Oh, I ran through, I loved you, the sounds you made me. Oh, I'm not.
What's up, man? We back like the motherfucking sunset in this bitch, nigga. I told you the sun gonna keep on rotating, nigga. We gonna be in this bitch. 365 days out the year, y'all gonna see us every Thursday. Fuck y'all talking about 52 days out the year. We in this bitch. We ain't going nowhere. Fuck them. It's any and everything motherfucking podcast by two kings. I'm King DJ.
I'm King Perez.
And we gonna take this March in laughing. Fuck y'all talking about, man. We got something special going on this month where we gonna set some shit down on a different level. We got some people coming in that's gonna tell their knowledge and about their comedy career, their acting career, you know, their career, they artistry. We'll say that. They gonna talk to y'all about their artistry. So 1 week out or every episode from this episode to the last episode of this month.
In the month.
Yeah, we're gonna have somebody coming on here, you know, kicking the shits. Right. Last month we was educational. This month we kicking the shit. Yeah, that's what y'all old motherfuckers used to say. Remember that?
Say no. I mean, basically putting on
a goddamn show.
Detroit comedy, you know what I'm saying? Bringing it back.
Yeah.
Detroit comedy used to be, you know, a big thing. You know, so now we just setting the format and putting in the networking and building the community to bring it back.
No. I'm going to say this. It's back, bro. We back. From the music to the films to comedians to, like, bro, I can't wait until the summertime.
I mean, it died off for a while because you had places like Coco's. You had places like B's Comedy Kitchen, you know, Joker's Wild. Back in the days, I mean,
but you still
that was part of the comedy scene in Detroit. You know, we used to love, you know, couldn't wait till the weekend. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to check out the comedy shows. You know, other states and you know other cities. They had that platform, but it's like with us, it's been
it's been a little dormant, it's been a little dormant.
You know, it's good to see that, you know, a lot of people are bringing it back. I think my man Mike Epps just did some shit to, pretty much showcase the talent, you know, that we got and bring some people in also. So, you know, it's big ups to him, which he always, you know, he loved Detroit.
I think. And while we talking about it, I hate names. I hate remember. I'm bad at remembering names. So, but we got so many. And the ones I'm gonna name, Jackpot the Juice. That's funny as hell in the city. Outside of the people that's coming on here, but we ain't gonna name the ones that's coming on here. We just gonna let them come on. And, you know, they fly that thing. Yeah, do their thing. But we got Comic J Will. That's funny as hell. Like niggas that's just be on the scene and just. You know, Lady Judge Miles, that's funny as fuck. You know, that just be on the scene and they've been doing this shit for years and in and out of big time shows. Like we got motherfuckers that's on Wild and Out.
Yeah,
we done had a couple artists that from the city that have been on Wild and Out and back to the city and showing their greatness still in the city as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just strong because it used to just be what is it? It's Atlanta, New York. LA, Detroit for the big time markets in artistry, you know. So now you got Memphis for sure coming back. Memphis always been, you know, from jazz to rap to, you know, all that. But, you know, and even with comedy, I mean, even with music, you know, it's just like we just taking back over.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. I mean, you gotta look at a lot of people didn't think Detroit had a music scene, but I mean, I found that odd because, you know, even on a, you know, rap level, back in the days, we had Smiley, Awesome Dre, AWOL, Detroit Most Wanted, Street Lords. I mean, we had a lot of people, you know, really, contributing
Don't
into the
forget
hip hop
Blade.
world.
Don't forget.
Oh,
Don't forget
Blade,
Mr. Icewood.
Yo, you can't forget him. You know what I'm saying? It's like we had that platform. It's a lot of things I think that overshadow. The art and shit.
You talking about us being the Murder City, huh? That was the time motherfuckers did not. Even in the basketball game, motherfuckers, we got work or the sports world, we got work, but motherfuckers just don't be wanting to work with city artists,
right?
Because of our reputation that we hold. But
we got that no holds bar. You know what I'm saying? It's respect. Especially when I was younger. And I go to different cities, you know what I'm saying? Everybody be like, "Oh, you from Detroit?"
Oh, you from the D?
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? It was like
I still get that. I still get that when I grow up.
So it was like that. Just that respect of how we did things and how we roll. So when you see a lot of artists and videos now wearing furs and minks, we did that. We did that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? If you go back,
that was corporate back then.
You look at some of the Young Boys Incorporated,
Mm-hmm.
AWOL, and all them guys. Back then, they was pimp hats, furs, gators.
The whole players circle.
Right.
We had the whole players circle. The players ball, boy.
Detroit was like the Gator capital.
Yeah. And it was all off art, fashion. It was all off artistry, man. That's all a part of art and a part of. It's a part of what's in the inside that you project out. You feel me?
Yeah.
But we just at that time, I don't know. I just feel like at that time back then, we had it. But like I always say, bro, we just using it in a different area, in a different setting now, to where it's
right.
Where we did.
It's projecting more. I mean, you look at it. We always been that money city. Everybody's always hustling. Everybody's always on the move. It's all about the bag. You know what I'm saying? So people starting to relax a little bit. And get back to having some goddamn fun.
Oh, I can't wait until this summer. Boy. We popping out. We about to this summer because this summer gonna be some crazy. Detroit back, dog. It's downtown back. Yeah, we outside, boys popping outside. Hey, look, but Lord, though, I don't know. I do want to do a comedy show. I do want to go to a comedy show. This month we are doing a comedy show. Like we said, we got all type of comedians come in, and they not just comedians, they actors, Broadways, all of that type of stuff. So they coming in, but. With the what I do want to say before I go there, my bad, security in this bitch. What I do want to say before I go there though, is instead of saying top 5 and saying the GOAT and saying debatable of, this is what I want to do, we're going to start saying it's the GOAT. That's number 1, that's undisputable, that's any generation, and that's based off his credentials, that's based off the work he put in, the records he broke. This in anything, sports, the music world, this in anything, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then you got the 12 elders, which instead of being 12, we'll make it down to 10. So you got 1, and then you got the GOAT, then you got the 10 elders. And that's any generation, the best of any generation. They catalog, whatever they do, all of that. And then after that, you got like 10 disciples that's living, that's still doing the upcoming or doing it right now at a strong rate. That could be, if they keep on doing it at this rate, damn, they'd be a disciple. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And in those disciples, you got the number 1 disciple who's hands down better than the rest of those disciples. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I want to start looking at it. And that'll dispute the GOAT and the argument of who number 1.
So when you think, when we say comedy, when you look at comedy, who do you think is the GOAT of comedy?
I'm biased, bro.
You biased?
I'm biased. I'm going to always say Dave Chappelle. And to me, Dave Chappelle is, I got 3 forms of comedy. I got like a sarcastic comedy, like damn, that's kind of sick. Like sick comedy. Mm-hmm. I got like political comedy, and then I got racist comedy. Right. Even against blacks. Like I'm not, you can say a black racist joke, but I feel like Dave Chappelle fill all three of those for me.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say that he pretty much crossed the lines on all them, but I would say also Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor to me, I mean, just off the work that he done, you know, in his lifetime, dude, I don't think that no one can match his energy. Now, when it comes to Dave Chappelle, I would say that's my second.
Ooh,
You know what I'm
so Richard gonna be your GOAT.
Right.
And then after Richard, your main disciple would be Dave.
Yeah.
Nah, see, I gotta flip that. I'm sorry. And the only reason I'm gonna say that, and I know Dave Chappelle gonna disagree, but only reason I'm gonna say that is because credentials, bro. Credentials, longevity matters.
Richard Pryor was longevity.
Richard Pryor gone. Dave Chappelle still alive.
That's the only thing that stopped.
So, yeah, he's still doing it at a high rate.
You know, his even if you take when they did the movie with Eddie Murphy and
Harlem Nights.
Okay, look who he had in it. He had Eddie Murphy. He had Della Reese. He had Red Fox.
Ooh,
I mean,
them elders.
Them some of the like comedy greats.
Them elders.
And even at his age and his illness at that time, he still brought perfection. Not only to the screen, but as far as being comedy wise. You know what I'm saying? The movie was hella funny.
I agree.
You know
I agree. Even if you want to, okay, let's say this. Out of the comedians that make movies, who is your favorite comedian? Out of your comedy movies, not family comedy movie. Like we got Life. Well, I'm gonna say Eddie Murphy because you got Life, you got Harlem Nights. To me, those two top tiers. But then you can go Martin Lawrence. He got damn, what the fuck is national security and all of that shit. You can go
with Jamie Foxx.
You can go Jamie. You can go Will Smith, who got.
If I had to go with it, I'd say Mike Epps, man. To me, Mike Epps, when he get in a movie setting, he's funny as hell. You know, and that Day role, that shit right there was so bad. Was so over the top.
Do you think he funny as a comedian? As stand up?
No, not really.
See, motherfucker, when that nigga say fuck it and he get the blazing niggas out on that stage, that nigga is hilarious, dog.
I think as a
that's natural funny.
Comic, I think he's all right, but you know what I'm saying. As an actor, comedian,
he even better.
He better.
That nigga got a book out. He know he got a book out. He got a. Well, that boy ain't.
Well, I fucks with Mike Epps just because of the simple fact he's always been down to earth.
Like a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how many movies he been in, how much money he made. You know, you see him on the street, he's
all
still like, hey, what's up, nigga? Yeah. You know, he's still that
Cat,
dude.
what about Cat? You fuck with Cat?
Cat, man, goddamn. Cat is your motherfucking uncle that come over, smoke weed,
the crackhead uncle, boy,
and crack on everybody in the crib.
Boy, I would love to be Cat Williams. You see when Cat Williams was in Atlanta and he cooked on girl in the radio station. I was like, dog, boy.
Cat Williams, he just sit there, man. He's so calm with it.
And he political. If y'all don't pay attention to what he said,
even when they trying to cap on him. You know, he don't even get hype about it. He just be like, I don't know, you check the records. You tell me.
He be like, you let me know who can do it. All with having a perm. You let me know. I be like, dog, this nigga.
Be like, tell me who own all they masters and all they CDs.
Man, I remember another one. He just came to the city last year. I remember when I was a young buck. When my mother was alive, and she went to go and see Cat Williams, so that's somebody who been doing it for a long time. And my mama been gone for a while, so god damn.
Well, you know, like Cat Williams said, you know, they was gonna blackball him. Yeah, they was gonna try to, fuck with his career just because he was one of them guys that came up and he just knew the business side of it. You know,
he had to learn. No, he said he had to learn the business side.
You know, and he took care of his business. The thing about it is, in any industry, as far as music, whatever, if you don't know the business, they ain't telling you. What you don't know, I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
And no matter how cool you think you is with a person, it's still at the end of the day, it's all about the dollars. So I mean, it's up to you to take care of your business. It's up to you to read the contracts. Just because somebody say, "Hey, I'm gonna give you $1 million," I'm pretty sure a lot of people never had $1 million at one time before. But if they offering you, somebody always said this: if somebody's offering you $1 million, guaranteed your shit is probably worth about $10 million. If they come off the rip and offer you $1 million, your shit is probably worth $10 million. And if you look at it, I seen an interview with my man that was on ATL.
Which one?
I can't think of his name. The dark skinned brother.
The one who ain't graduated, who took too long to graduate, or the smart one.
Nah, he kind of played like a dumbed down role.
Yeah. Okay.
He did. He actually could sing, and he did music for the Lion King.
I know what you're talking about.
So I can't remember his name, but he said that his mom's really saved him from making the biggest mistake of his life, because when he did the Lion King, I think they offered him like $1 million just flat out. You do this song for us, and we'll give you $1 million, and you good. And he was saying, don't quote me on the $1 million part, but I think it was $1 million. But he was saying at that time, he was thinking like, oh man, $1 million, we can use that. And he was like, his mom told him, don't take it. And he was looking at like, why not? But he was like, as he got older and the business part of it, sucked in with him, he seen that was, a big thing that he didn't take that $1 million, because you're talking about royalties, you're talking about, franchises over the years and shit. And he probably made way over $1 million just off royalties and everything else, that copyrights and everything else that he's entitled to.
Jason Weaver. That's
exactly.
Jason Weaver. And I remember him. I do remember him speaking on that interview. I do remember that.
So just think if he would have just took $1 million. He'd have took $1 million and been washed up. You know how many times they done played the Lion King, how popular that was, how much money they made off that movie?
And now you know how much money he done made off of it.
Exactly. So if he would have just took that $1 million, it'd have been closed curtains for him.
That would have been it. While the Lion King's still playing and playing and playing and playing. Because that's a generational.
Every couple of years.
I was just about to say, that's a generational movie.
Bam.
Because they going to keep on rebooting that. Could you do a stand-up? One thing y'all don't know about P. P only talk about that he a rapper. P not just a rapper. He an actor too. P done been in the movie. What was the name of the movie he was in?
Shit, I can't even remember. Dude, it was such a small part. It was so funny because I'm gonna tell you how this shit happened.
And I'm gonna tell you how you told me.
It was one of my homeboys called me. He was like, "I need you to do, a part in the movie."
Uh-huh.
Shit, and I was figuring like me of all people, like okay, all right, whatever. But I think the main part of it was that he was like, well, P always had guns on him and shit, so they needed somebody to have a prop gun or something and shit. And I was like, well, shit, all my guns are real, but I unload them and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it came about and shit. And it was like, pull up to the set real quick, did it. I probably was dead in like about 5 minutes and shit.
So what was your scene? Hey, I laugh at it, but I give you courage though, because motherfuckers really can't do that shit.
My scene was I walk up and it was like, dudes having conversations, so I intervened in the conversation, whatever it was, and my man pulled out a gun and just got the bust. And I got hit.
Oh, that nigga was in there, in and out. All right, P. See y'all later, man. All right, good looking, yo. Appreciate it. Y'all.
I ain't even get to stay for set piece.
That nigga said, can I take some snacks? Yeah. Go ahead, man. We appreciate you, man. Yeah. No problem, bro. No.
As I pulled up, I pulled off.
No. I count about that shit, but that shit. I laughed at it because this how it was. You would say this. You was like, hey, bro, I'm about to get ready to play in the movie. Make sure you watch the movie. I forgot the name of the movie too, but I was like, damn, I gotta watch this movie because you actually sent it to me. And I was like, I didn't watch it the first couple times you said it to me. He was like, did you watch it? I was like, no, but I'm about to watch it. I went home and watched it. I was like, I know this nigga did not harm me over him getting popped in 2 minutes, bro. So I hit you around like, Pete, what I say? I was like, Pete, you got shot fast, bro. And he was like, I know, dog. That shit was crazy. I was like, yeah, the she was in the movie, bro. He was like, I know, we got to shoot a movie now. Like, fuck it, let's the vision. We going to end up shooting a movie one day, bro. Because the motherfuckers we going to have, hey, like you say, each one teach one, intertwine circles. Everybody that's going to be on this motherfucker show going to be able to play a part in the movie.
When you say, can I do stand-up? I think,
Yeah, can you?
I got 4 daughters, so I think I can do stand-up.
For how long set? You know they start at like a 10-minute set.
I can do it for 10 minutes, man. I mean, I got so much shit, you know, cataloged in from just raising 4 girls, being a single father.
So what type of comedian would you be? You would be that family oriented. You would tell the top trials and tribulations of your life, or you'll be cooking niggas.
I'm raunchy, so shit. I can talk about a whole bunch of shit. My whole life, you know, you talking about it spans over, you know, shit, a century damn near. I done did a lot of shit, seen a lot of shit. Yeah, I can go. I can bounce around.
And that's why I say we need to go and do it.
Now, would I feel comfortable on stage? I think I feel comfortable on stage.
Give me a couple shots at a blunt, nigga. I'm straight.
And you know, I'll probably be like pretty much dry humor. You know.
Well, I'm going for the blows. I'm politically go ahead. What you, I'm hitting all the political aspects.
I mean, I hit off everything, but this is just my demeanor. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of laid back, kind of relaxed.
See, people say I'm a jerk and I'm an asshole, but I will bring I will bring the intellect. I would be like, if I had to compare me to somebody, I wouldn't say I'm no Dave Chappelle. Right. I say I'm Eddie Griffin. Okay. You know how Eddie funny. He'll make some jokes. He'll do a couple impressions. You know, you would think he, you know, then he'll come off like an asshole, like, nigga, what the fuck? What? And then he'll hit you with the political talk. Like, hey, I know, and he's spiritual too. Yeah. He's spiritual as hell. So I hit you with something like that. So what would you be?
I mean, I think I'll be kind of all over the board. You know? They call me a lot of people say I'm an asshole, but they say I'm a sarcastic asshole. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really get no type of emotions to it. I just say some shit. You know, like it's whatever. You know, and they look at me like, you know, damn.
That's why
this motherfucker's a real ass.
That's why I can't wait. I can't wait until we drop the rest of these shows, boy. Because when they come on and you motherfuckers get the dying laughing, boy.
I don't know. I might try it, man. I might try it one day. Shit. T.I. tried it. Shit.
Hey, T.I. did try it.
He tried it. He made a run for it. I checked out a little bit. I don't think he was that bad for somebody that's just trying the art.
I mean, shoot, look at Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is he actually did comedy first.
Yeah. And
went from comedy to singing. But some people can't make a transition.
He was just talented all over, dude.
You know, your man's the boxer, Mike Tyson. He did comedy. He did comedy.
I don't know. I can't consider Mike Tyson kind of funny.
Hey. Lord.
But I'll tell you, man. What's my man name? The black guy, the African dude.
Mike Blackson.
Man.
That's my guy.
That's my dude right there. That motherfucker's so funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
He don't even have to try to be funny. You know, it's just shit that he say.
What about the Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart funny. To me, he's kind of over the top, but I'll put Kevin Hart with Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, and Kevin Hart. And the only reason I say that because I consider them over the top comedians. And I mean, when I say over the top, because they not just telling jokes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They putting their whole body into it, mind into it, and everything. You know what I'm saying? They just always doing some crazy shit. On Martin did some crazy shit. You know Right, and if you look at, a lot of Will Smith, he did the crazy shit.
But is Will Smith a comedian though?
He is.
You think so?
Yeah, he is. I don't know if he could ever get on stage and tell jokes, but dude, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was some funny shit.
Yeah.
And Will was very comical on Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying? To the level that I would say him and Martin Lawrence was running neck and neck at one time. But Martin Lawrence had a lot of ammunition.
Because he was actually a comedian.
He had
Def Jam. He had the whole Def Jam behind his back.
Shanae.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? he put Brother Man in the mix. He had my man.
He had the security guard.
The security guard. He had the player from the Himalayas, Jerome.
Jerome and I. You had the son, the little boy, not the son, but the one who walked on his knees.
Right. So
and that's all in one motherfucker. But shit, you can say Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy did that with the Clumps.
Yeah, but not to the level of energy.
How? Sway?
Dude, how?
Oh, okay. On the aspect of that's from scene to scene. Okay, I see what you're saying. You talking about whole movie? You talking about whole series?
Remember in Ride Along? When Kevin Hart was at the gun range and he was like, "Shit, let me shoot this," and he had the shotgun and he shot that motherfucker and blew him back. Shit like that, man. They put a lot of energy into their comedy and acting. Martin Lawrence, man. When that motherfucker, they said Martin Lawrence came to the set, and when he did that skit, and that skit was like, what was that Ice-T movie? Like one of the popular movies with Wesley Snipes in it.
Say that one more.
No, Wesley Snipes, Ice-T. They did the drug movie.
Oh,
Nino Brown.
Nino Brown. God damn. God, we go ahead. I know the name.
You know what I'm talking about. Okay, think about it when Martin Lawrence did that skit, and somebody I think took his VCR tape.
Oh yeah, at nighttime where Brother and Drug came in.
Now he was supposed to have a real dog, but they didn't get the dog to the set in time. So that's how Martin Lawrence ended up with that stuffed dog. And that shit he did, man, with the damn stuffed dog, that shit was
hilarious. It was.
I was looking at that shit, I was like, man, this
Could you do skits?
crazy.
Could you do skits? Oh, so before you go there, the black community, black TikTok, black Twitter and black Facebook had the debate about Martin Lawrence or the Fresh Prince. So who would you go?
I go with Martin Lawrence. His record is out cold. His catalog is out cold.
Are you talking about
Will Smith did great on the show.
Man, Will Smith shitted the show.
But the thing about it is, Martin Lawrence, goddamn. I don't think Fresh Prince.
You know what I say?
To the level.
No, you know what I say? You niggas who had a father in y'all lives, y'all always say Martin Lawrence. The niggas who know their fathers, because I even posted this and I had a lot of people that tapped in and it was a different views. All of the niggas that I knew who had their father in their life said Martin Lawrence was better. Niggas that I know that didn't know their father, didn't grow up with a father, they said Will Smith.
Why do you think that?
Because it was a soul connection of Will Smith not having a father and his whole aspect of being or battling with acceptance through showing that he was tough, but he still could stand on his own, and he was still a man, and still being funny, and still finding his own way, and still having the bitches, and still doing what he wanted to do, still being smart in his own, and if he ain't have it, he made a way, Not saying Martin Lawrence wasn't funny, because I could put on a Martin Lawrence show and watch it from beginning to the end every season.
But the thing you gotta ask yourself now. If you're just looking for something to watch and you're looking for a comedy, which one would you put on first? I'm going to put on Will Smith. And I'm going to let that bitch play. That's me. To me, I'm going to put on Will Smith and I'm going to let that bitch play. We can even go with the Wayne brothers. I think I might laugh over the Wayne brothers more than I laugh over Martin Lawrence. If you look at straight comedy. Well, they did skits, so
And
they had a lot.
That's over the edge. That's over the edge comedy, my brother.
Yeah,
yeah. Fuck Kevin Hart. I mean, not fuck Kevin Hart, black man, but Martin, the Wayne brothers.
I mean, they started.
Yeah, in living color,
They started.
you could do what you wanna do.
They were some fools for
Yeah.
that time. And see, the thing about it is the over the top comedy, and you know I give props to
Come on, man.
I give
Come
props to
on.
what's my man Jim Kelly.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. He was like, you know, they put him down. I
Yep.
mean, and dude, when he did Fire Marshal Bill,
He always said, comedy don't have a color.
no, it don't.
That's what he said. It was tough for me to agree with that, but I do agree.
I don't think so.
I do agree. Comedy don't have a color.
Because I fuck
It's
with
what you say.
I fuck with a lot of different comedians, man. If you just funny, you funny.
Will Ferrell.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking
Man,
hilarious.
God damn, he funny.
Fucking hilarious.
Man,
Will Ferrell.
he
Oh
is
my
funny
God.
as hell.
Man, I can't say a top 10 movie and not put goddamn
Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell with the race car movie. Talladega Nights in it.
Man, come on, dude.
Step Brothers in it too. Come on, man.
Step
And then
Brothers
one,
crazy.
I even like when he did the collab with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
The one where he was going to jail.
Man.
When he did time.
That was
Come
terrible.
on, man. Terrible.
Nah, I mean terrible as
I was about to say,
you know.
that shit was hilarious,
Yes,
nigga.
it was.
That shit had me dying laughing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, shit, you can't and even when you want to go there, you gotta say on the movie aspect, it's super bad. Jonah
yeah.
Hill.
Oh yeah.
Jonah Hill is
What
another
about,
one.
my man George, what's his name? George, the Mexican dude. He used to have his own show. George Lopez, that's his name.
Yeah.
So, you know, dude, I sit back one night and I just watched a slew of his different shows, dude. And my
That
man,
motherfucker funny too.
yeah, he funny as
He
hell.
had a TV show out. What was his
Yeah.
TV show? The Lopez show.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of dudes like him. I mean, I fuck with Steinfeld.
Tim the Two Man Taylor.
Yeah, I mean,
Another man. Oh my God.
You know, so-
Hey, I used to watch that shit all the time.
So, you know, when we say, you know, comedy cross boundaries,
Yeah.
it really does, you know.
How do you feel about racist comedy jokes
I like them.
amongst you? So somebody can. So wait. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Do you like it on the state of blackface, or do you like it on the state of somebody can make a black niggas eat chicken?
I mean, comedy is comedy to me. When I go into a round and I know it's straight up comedy, it is what it is. And I grew up in a generation where, you know, we didn't play with soft hands. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers came out hard hitting. You know, and when it came to comedy was okay. You crossed that line every fucking time. I done seen so many black comedians cross that line. I done seen so many white comedians cross that line. But it's comedy. You came to laugh.
That shit hunt you now.
You came to get jokes. You know
That
what I'm
shit
saying?
hunt you
Yeah,
now.
it'll hunt you
You
now.
see my man's Eric Spears going through it, boy.
It'll hunt your ass
They
now.
don't even want Tiki Haddish to play the next girls trip.
The thing about it is, man, comedy has always been that zone where you come, you do your shit, you say what the
Comedy
fuck you
and
feel.
music.
That shit is funny.
Freedom of
it's funny.
speech. It should be freedom of speech and a form of art, just like poetry, dog. Comedy ain't nothing but poetry. In poetry, you can say I'm suicidal.
I mean, you look at it like this. Black and white folks have stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how you look at it, we all have stereotypes about us. Now, when a person put them stereotypes to the front of us, and bring it forth, and they make jokes about that shit is funny as hell. Whether you
I don't like the desensitizing of comedy. I don't like the desensitizing of culture through comedy and movies.
well, the thing about it is, man, it's fucking comedy.
Yeah, but it's
You know what I'm saying?
desensitizing a culture.
It's not desensitizing it because you go into a show to see comedy. You go into a show.
I'm talking about with movies. With movies.
With movies, I mean, it's a lot of shit, man, that I look at and I'll be in a state of like, this is everyday fucking life. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with it. This shit is not going anywhere. Ain't nobody changing shit.
You know what we gonna have one day? We gonna have a conspiracy talk. Me and you, bro.
So it's like
We gonna have a conspiracy talk. I know we speaking comedy. Well, I'm just throwing it out there. We got a conspiracy talk. Well, with the minds versus yours of what we think this world is about, bro.
I mean, this world is basically bullshit in a basket. You perceive it and you take it the way you take it. Because
I could do a lot of.
Everybody is different.
I can do a lot of comedy with conspiracy theories.
Because you gotta look at it the way you perceive something. Another person is not gonna perceive it.
That's true.
I think it's funny.
The lens in your eyes is different.
Like when Dave Chappelle does his lesbian jokes. You know what I'm saying? I think this shit is hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously,
I might have somebody from the
obviously
community.
that culture. Yeah.
Don't think that shit
But
funny at all.
no, it's a lot of culture. It's a lot of people from that culture that say that it's funny as well. It's just when you try to put it too far, they say. You know what I'm saying?
I think people take a lot of shit out of contents, man. And, especially with entertainers and shit and try to make it more than what it is. I remember when Dave Chappelle was doing his joke and he was like, he was dancing with this female at the club all night long and he turned on the lights and realized it was a man and shit. And, he was like, well, why the fuck you didn't tell me you was a man?
I tried to, Dave.
Right.
You didn't listen.
And Dave Chappelle was like, like motherfuckers about to leave. Like, no, don't leave, shit.
This one more song. Fuck it.
Right. And he said, after that shit, I took the motherfucker for pancakes.
No. You know what Dave Chappelle said? I was just talking to a little bro about this. He said, I woke up and I was feeling Chinese. I said, did he to go because his wife and his kids is from that culture.
Right.
So he knew that shit. I'm married in, so I can say certain shit I can and I can't say. I know I can make this joke being this type of figure anyway.
Really give a fuck.
He don't though, but
Anyway.
to make it politically correct, he was even talking about his kids. Nigga, you can say like I talk about my own kids.
I mean, it's comedy. Anything you find in your mind.
Dave Chappelle talk about his kids.
If it's funny and it comes across your mind and strike you in that way, you're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The color line of comedy, I don't think it is a color line for comedy.
It's a discommunication. So what about comedy with racism though? Like, come on, man.
I think it's a bunch of people in their fucking feelings.
Man.
I mean, you gotta look at it. No matter what it is, you got motherfuckers sitting around telling jokes.
Right. You in a room. You in a room with 7 white guys. And they say, yeah, niggas love chicken, don't they, Pete?
That's not being comedy. The thing about it is,
you say this is sarcastic comedy.
And this is some real shit, because I know.
I get the blaze in their hands.
I know it's black people that got white friends that make jokes.
See?
And we accept it because they're my white friends. You know what I'm saying? We might not accept it from another motherfucker on the street and shit.
All right, so what if you was in a room, you and 7 of your black guys, and there was one white guy, and he your white friend, and he cool with all y'all, but you and him best friends, and they get the blazing on all y'all. Shut your white ass up, you cracker ass mother, and they get the going.
Well, he got the right to blaze back on their ass.
So once he dropped the nigga.
Shit, if they called him a cracker, he can't say nigga. Shit, if you call me a nigga, I'm gonna call you a cracker. All
right, so what if they don't say cracker, but he think he cultured because y'all still let him say nigga when he rapping music?
Yeah, I see a lot of white boys say nigga.
And what you say?
Don't say shit. I mean, if they cool enough to let them say it, let them say it. I don't give a fuck.
Freedom of speech.
The word don't really hurt me, none. You know what I'm saying? What offends me is your aggression.
I was just about to say it's the content and the way you
it's
use
your
it,
aggression. You know, somebody called me a nigga. I mean, I'm.
What's crazy is
I be like, you fucking cracker. You know what I'm saying?
I got white friends and they don't say nigga around me, but I say all type of racist fucking.
Well, I mean, shit. I don't think I don't think white people will feel comfortable saying nigga around me because just my demeanor.
Yeah, I was just about to say. But when I get to cooking they ass, boy, they don't say a goddamn thing. And it ain't bullying because it's my culture. It's my nature, I mean.
But racism don't fucking bother me.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South. I'm used to the shit.
I'm from back in the day where I was used to getting blazed on. So nigga,
it's
if we gonna play the Daily Dozens, nigga, you gonna take what you gonna come with it.
When I came to Detroit, it's like when I went to school.
Where you from?
I'm from Greenwood, Mississippi.
For where?
Yeah, the county of LaFleur. You know what I'm saying? When I came here, I went to school with a bunch of white people. You know, and shit. I mean, we crack jokes on each other all day. White jokes, black jokes. You know, shit. Some shit led to fights, some shit didn't. You know, it depends on the content.
Hey,
You know?
hey, I went to a white school. And I would frequently say white motherfuckers. They thought I was a bully. They would never say nigga. I had one dude ask me, was like, could I say it one time? I was like, nah.
I mean, even when I was growing up and we was hanging in the trailer parks over there across 8 Mile down by the Suez Inn. Over there where Eminem grew up and shit. So we used to hang over there all the time. And you know, we ride our bikes over there.
How many chicks you took to that dusty, musty motel?
I ain't never been there.
Then why that's the first thing you named when you said over there?
Because that's a trademark. You know, that's a landmark right there.
Why,
I used to live right up the street from it.
Okay, why you ain't say the fish place, the fish market? I mean the Long John Silver's. Why you ain't say that's still there? But it's still there though.
But it's down the street.
All right.
The trailer park's behind Suez.
Yeah, you done been to that dusty musty motel.
I ain't gonna tell you. Long John Silver's down the street. I couldn't go to the Suez Inn because my mother stayed on that block. So shit, I would never let her catch me up there because.
Yo! So you was up there? What was you up there doing? What was you up there doing?
I would never let her catch me up there.
So why was you up there?
I want to go up there because shit, if she ride past and see my car, she'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
So why was your car at the?
I said, "If she would
So
go past."
why was it an if, brother?
Shit, if she
You had
lived
them,
down the street,
you had
I
them little
probably would've
fiends.
went up there.
You was dealing them little fiends up there. That's what you was doing.
Shit. Suez Inn back in the day was $40 for a room.
How you know?
Shit, I know people.
I guess that's where the 40 ball came in at.
I know people.
Would you hit somebody with the 40 ball?
Would I hit somebody? No, it got to be at least 100.
What? Wait. So you gonna pay her $100?
No, I ain't.
No, yeah, you will.
I don't think I never had to pay.
So is it tricky if you got it?
Hell yeah, it's tricky.
Do you trick?
Everybody trick.
I'm married. The fuck? I know. I tricked my whole life away.
You had to trick to get your wife.
I know. I tricked my whole life away.
Dude, when you think about it, when you meet a female and you like that female, and you be like, "Hey, let's go out to dinner." You know, I want to get to know you and whatever. So you take her out to dinner. Say if you go to some place like, you know, the Oyster Bar, Ruth's Chris, or some shit like that.
You pay, I pay.
Dude, that shit like what? That bill like 100, maybe over 100.
Man, now these women drink down the goddamn rooster.
Man, so you thinking about you at least paying $150 to go out and eat and drink. Then you going somewhere else to drink and listen to music. That's another $100. You putting about $100 in your gas tank and shit. You know what I'm saying?
When I was in church, I used to have my son birthday parties at the church, and I would say, I'm on a budget. Pre-feed your kids before y'all come to this party because it's going to be limited amount of food. They respect that. They understood it. They respected it because they knew I was on a budget. All y'all got to do is just I tell the young niggas this. Tell these women to eat before they come.
And guess what? You're going to be by your motherfucking self.
Like this. I'm lonely. I am so lonely.
You know, you're going to be having one of them lonely man dinners when you go to the restaurant with your girl and you always see that brother sitting there eating by himself. No matter if you just said, I got something to eat, I'm chilling. No, you're not chilling, you by yourself, motherfucker. Shit, everybody else got dates. You know. I mean, I don't call it tricking. I call it shit. You know,
Being extravagant, huh?
it's just shit. You want to take somebody out. You want to show them a nice time. You might have to spend some money to do
I was about to say, I understand that because when me and my wife go out, we have a nice time and I spend money doing it. But as a single man, when me and my fiance was going out, I spend the money, you know, and we had a nice time. when I was single and me and her was dating, so I understand. But motherfuckers out here saying, hey, I will give you $40 to insert my pee in your jet.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's economically, you know, safe these days. Shit. Economically, why I say that, because if you go on a date, you're going to spend at least $300. You know, and you might spend $300 and you might not get shit at the end of the day.
Well, you said I just know what I want. I'm going for what I get out.
But, you know, shit, if you just want some, you put $10 in your gas tank. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on my way. I'm doing 30 and a 60 for the tickets. That nigga
30 plus 40. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
You got to bring a bottle too, right?
I mean, shit, you can grab one that you had in your room that was half full. You know what I'm saying? You're only going to be there like 10 or 15 minutes. That's
Oh, God. Oh, Bernie said it's a 3-minute fight. That's all I got.
What? A lot of times when men just out and about and they chilling.
That's why these women think y'all selfish. Man. That's why they say this dating pool is trash.
I mean, for a woman that you really don't want, for a woman that you're really not trying to be with like that, you know, yeah, you infatuate over her body, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot, her looks. But once you bust a nut, you really don't give a fuck. You put on your shit, you trying to go. Like shit.
What if she want to later and say, hey, Papa Pete, you did your thing today.
Hey, you should have got your shit together. You should have came when I came.
Hey,
I gotta go.
Hey. Me and my boy back in the day, I was a college basketball player. We used to lie all the time. Soon as I was done, I say, nigga, hit me up around about this time. I should be about done. Nigga, call me and say whatever. As soon as she get the laying down, I get that phone call. What up, my brother? What you want? Damn, coach want us to pull up? I'm on my way, man. What? You gotta go? I say, nigga, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna call you back next time. Same thing. No, I'm gonna call you back because I want to double back. Next time, same thing. 3rd time's a charm. If I can get it 3, she dumb. Boy, I had all of this. I had everything to say, boy, nigga.
But you know, man, it's like when you dealing with, as far as dating, and you dealing with women, and even with women that deal with men, you know, it's a lot of times that you're not interested, but they cool people to chill with.
So, are you for or against Steve Harvey? The movie, what was it? How to
Think Like a Man?
Yeah, Think Like a Man.
Man, I'm not really too crazy.
Another comedy. He in your what movie you was in? What comedy show? The with him, Bernie Mac, and Cedric Entertainment. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things I don't like about Steve Harvey. There's a lot of things I do like about Steve Harvey. You know what I'm saying? I can sway the fence on that one. I mean, I can say, you know, prior, I didn't like a lot of shit.
I like his come up.
Yeah.
I like his come up.
But I think the advice he gives people is kind of shitty. You know what I'm saying? That's just my way of looking at it. I'll be like, man, that's some shitty ass advice.
What he got his TV show. I mean, he got his TV show, the Steve Harvey show. I'll be like, man, what are you talking about?
I mean, I ain't gonna call him a sellout.
But he a sellout.
Yeah.
Dr. Umar say, get that man 1,000 lashes. Swoosh.
But you know, as far as comedy, I think he okay. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that he's like top up there, but I think he's okay.
They did the right thing by allowing their friend to host their Kings of Comedy show. That's what they did. They did here, you had your first set, you the 30-minute set, the minimum set, and then you host and you bring everybody. They did the right thing by having a friend, because Cedric the Entertainer was on the Steve Harvey show.
Yeah.
He ain't really bust out, but everybody knows Uncle Ced is Uncle Ced.
But I always thought he was funnier than Steve.
Come on, man. Come on. Everybody think that.
Yeah.
Come on. With all, I ain't even gonna say that. With all due respect to Ced, because we know Ced funny as fuck too. We just doing that the barbershop talk shit. That's all we on. That's all we on. Because all of these motherfuckers is funny and hilarious, and they got boohoo money. They done created a legacy. Yeah. But Steve Harvey ain't it, man. Steve Harvey to me ain't never been it. He can't. It ain't two jokes you can. I like him on The Price Is Right. He a good fill-in for that white guy who used to be there.
He not on The Price Is Right.
Not The Price Is Right. What's that? Family Feud. But remember the old white guy who used to be on there?
Yeah, Richard Dawson.
Yeah. He a good fill-in for that white guy. So he good. He a good fit for that. Like what's that? Ice-T. You know how Ice-T used to be a rapper. He a good fit for that TV show he play in.
Oh yeah.
He a good fit.
He do a hell of a job on that show.
No, man, them sellouts, bro. Say no. Them sellouts, man. Say no. Man, you can do that.
I'll say Ice-T just working. I'll say Steve Harvey, he on another plane. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just kind of bold how he left Monique hanging. But hey, to each his own. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you know you be chasing the bag.
Oh yeah, he all about the bag.
Shit.
He'll tell you that.
Shit. Monique done came out with some shit and done said some shit, and when she done been about the bag. Outside of her having her strong political views, and I'm a Monique lover. You would think I love big girls the way I love her because she just shit funny and she a big mama.
I think when she came out to people for a reason. People that was fucking with her.
Sometimes it was right, sometimes it was wrong.
I mean, she wanted them women that like blunt. That's gonna speak her mind and say what the fuck.
But when you wrong, you wrong. You don't trip on coming behind another person's set if you got to. You knew what you were signing up for. I don't know the details in that. I'm going to stay out of it. I'm just speaking from the outside in. I love her on This Christmas. I love her on the Monique Show, all of that.
The thing about that is, man.
Her and Wanda Sykes, them two up there.
The thing about that is, motherfuckers are always trying to play her. And she just got to the point. She's fed up with that shit. Like, hey, motherfucker, respect me like you respect anybody else.
Oh, so you saying she to the point like everybody gonna get it?
Yeah, I mean, if you bring it or I feel any sense of disrespect, I'm on that ass.
Because I love the way she sit back and she be like, no, let me talk. And I don't give a fuck who it is. They shut the fuck up. And she get the going, boy.
Well, the thing about it is, you can tell she a different type of woman.
Is she a Beyonce of comedy?
When she told Oprah to suck her dick. You know what I'm saying? She told shit. Tyler Perry, you suck my dick too. Not too many. There's certain black women that talk like that. You know what I'm saying? And when they talk like that, you know what they about. They about their business.
She the Beyonce of comedy?
No.
Who?
Shit. I had to say some more. Some more out cold. Now, the first time I ever seen her do some comedy, she was talking about the Million Man March. And that motherfucker said,
who would I say?
She said, I can make $1 million too. Because it's 1 million
She
men.
said, sex sale.
She said, it's 1 million man at the $1 million Man March. So if I charge $1 to suck dick,
sex sale.
That's $1 million. Dude,
and that's the thing. Like,
that's some crazy shit.
It's so much art. It's so much. You can pull art out of 1,000 different ways, men and or women, bro. And that shit is amazing. And like you say, it's diverse.
Well, you think about it, man, and you look at it overall. Black people are
fucking funny,
entertaining,
man. Fucking funny, man.
They can't never take that from us. I mean, we are entertaining. We are funny in our own right. We are real people. We are forgiveful people. We are understanding people. The way they portray us in the media and, the way people try to come at us, the way we treated, systematically, whether it be the government or the police. You know what I'm saying? That's not who we are as a people. And I would say them are our only stereotypes.
You know what I love about it? Before we slide, you know what I love about it? How we intertwine comedy with music, with film, with and our whole culture, and it became part of our whole culture, where it done took over the basketball, the sports world.
Right.
It make them want to be us so bad.
Yeah. And you know, that started off a long time ago with a lot of the basketball players. Think about it, back in the day, they wanted to be rappers.
Yep.
You know?
Everybody want to be everybody because it's so culture.
Yeah.
You grew up, man. We outside, we hooping. You ain't doing nothing but talking shit about the next nigga that you hooping against.
Because, I mean, within our culture, we always felt like it ain't nothing that I can't do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you know, you gotta look at it. We'll do anything.
Literally.
I mean, you got black country western stars.
We'll put our foot in anything.
Right.
We ain't doing anything, my brother. I ain't doing anything. But I'll put my foot in anything. I'll put my foot in something. I'll dabble on.
I mean, if you put like, oh, you know, people always say, you know, well, what's white and what's black?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Black people don't look at shit like that.
We're dibbling into some shit.
Right.
Now we got everybody want to season their food now. So I know what you're talking about. I'll be on TikTok, motherfuckers be, this is how you season some chicken. I'll be like, how you know how to season some motherfucking chicken?
You ever seen the one with the white chick in it? It was a video. And she was like arguing with motherfuckers that she was living with, and she was like, y'all motherfuckers only got salt and pepper. She was like, I'm tired of this shit. All y'all putting salt and pepper on the chicken.
She done been over James' house. She done been over James and Charles' house. That's how she know. She done been over James and Charles' house at the same time.
Where you think them 7 seasonings came from in Kentucky Fried Chicken? When they said it's 7 seasons, you knew who made that damn chicken.
But Lord, man, Lord, like we say, Lord, tap in this month, man. We marching into laughter. We in all type of shit, man. All of that funny shit. They gonna display their art. They gonna display their chemistry, and they gonna give it to y'all. So tap in and let us know how y'all feel about all that shit, man. That's all this month. Before we get into that rocket or drop it, my brother, you gotta hit that fuck you for the week. Last week you said you ain't want to hit it. This week you gotta go for it.
All right, fuck you for the week goes to my man Scott Adams, and if you don't know who Scott Adams is, he writes comic strips for a lot of outlets. You know, he does the comic strip Dilbert, and it was saying that they took a poll, some group he was in. They say it's some type of white, what they call it,
The percentiles of votes, the polls of voting.
yeah, some shit like that, man. But anyway, it goes, they asked, you know, black people, is it okay to be white? And they said 50% basically said, no, it's not okay to be white. And which I could see that. And he took from there like, okay, since 50% of black people said it's not okay to be white, then they are racist. They are racist. So blacks are racist, and white folks should stay away from them and shit like that. And that shit struck a nerve, for the simple fact is, okay, black people are fine with being just black. They're fine with being who they are, for the most part.
He's trying to deculturize this, bro.
So my thing is, looking at it, if I look at the history of violence that's been put upon black people by white people.
Yeah, that's all he's trying to do.
Why in the fuck would I want to be white?
Boy, we can have a whole show about that.
You know what I'm saying? If I look at the history of how this land basically
exists
and came about, that's just like saying I want to be a robber. I want to be, you know, some crazy shit. No. Knowing your history and knowing what y'all did to attain what y'all have, why would I want to be white? Why would I think it's okay to be white? You're talking about 60 million Now, let's say this number is off. Let's say it's off by maybe 3 or 4 million.
It don't even matter.
But 60 million, over 60 million slaves were killed during the slave trade. That's 60 million people. That's 60 million lives. And who contribute to that death of 60 million people? White people. No matter if people want to cast that shit out and, you know, cast it out of history, cast it out of the mind of the people, whitewash it or whatever the fuck they call it, that's still 60 million people. Documented. So you got to understand when...
From their document.
You're talking about cultural trauma. I don't give a fuck if it was 400 years ago, 500 years ago. That's cultural trauma. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to pay homage to the Holocaust, we're going to pay homage to, you know, dropping the bomb in Japan and all that shit, Pearl Harbor. Why the fuck y'all trying to hide what happened to black folks? Why the fuck y'all trying to hide what happened to Indians? Why the fuck y'all trying to hide what's still happening today? And why the fuck would you think it's okay for any black person to say that, yeah, I want to be white? Coming from where we come from, what our ancestors had to endure. You know, our history, the great part of our history is hitting the most. The worst part of our history is outcasted for everybody to see. It's put in front. They base that on our living. You know what I'm saying? If you black, they're not going to talk about, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to history. They're not going to talk about the people, the Moors, the people that helped shape Europe and shit. First thing they're going to talk about is slavery. So, I mean, as a black man, from a black kid, child, or whatever growing up, if that's all I heard was them stories of slavery and how we was killed, hung, burned, what the fuck, you know, how the fuck would you think I'm going to look at shit, you know what I'm saying? And you're talking about reparations, shit, when slavery ended.
Give me my land back.
When slavery ended, shit, they gave slave owners reparations because they lost all their slaves. Ain't that a bitch? You know what I'm saying? That's a motherfucker right there. Right now,
that Civil War, boy, that South was going crazy.
Ukraine coming over, getting all types of fucking benefits, medical insurance and shit like that. You got people right now, man, sleeping on the fucking streets.
Any culture.
So, you know, let's get an understanding. Black folks can't be racist. And the only reason I say why black folks can't be racist, because there's a lot of anger behind that.
Black folks can't be racist because we the minority, brother.
Well, it's not even just being.
That's the majority. I'm sorry, because we are the majority.
We
are the majority. Let me say this first before you go there. Black folks can't be racist because we are the minorities that's known to be the majority. So that's why we cannot be racist. I'm sorry. Let me check that.
It's not even that. It's the point of, if you truly know history.
All you about to do is say what I just said.
And if you know the documentations, the pictures,
the pyramids, the Sanskrips,
how we've been treated,
the first being, the first skeleton.
I put a picture up on Facebook of a black man being hung and set on fire. Mm-hmm. Facebook banned the picture, and they blocked me. That's history. That's shit. That's real shit that happened. You know, if it's so offensive, why are y'all trying to hide this shit? You know what I'm saying? This is what happened. This is documented. They used to send this shit out on postcards.
Yep.
That's part of our history.
It was postcard.
So, you know, when you're looking at that shit, it's anger behind shit like that, because people understand what happened to them. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's why I say, you know, fuck them.
And anybody that feel like that. If you don't feel like that, then it's not fuck you. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we being racist, because it's not to the majority. It's just to whoever that feel like that. That's plain and simple. You know. So my fuck, I almost doubled up, boy. Black History Month, boy. We just let Black History Month, boy. Say no. My hold you up for the week gonna be like we said, we marching in laughing. We marching in laughing. So laugh, bro. It take more muscles to frown. It take more muscles to frown than to smile. So it's easier to smile than to and laugh, man. Laugh make you live longer, man. It release the stress, bro.
Enjoy life.
Enjoy life, man. Do what make you happy. What make you happy and what make you feel like it's gonna put a smile on your face that don't hurt nobody and it's for you, that entwines within yourself. Do that. Smile. We should get a deal, bitch. Give me a deal. So yeah, we gonna slide off that. Let's get into that rock and drop it right there. That rock and drop it. And this rock and drop it is Liz. I'm sorry, excuse me. This rock and drop it is Lynn the singer. Lynn the singer. Forget You Out My Mind. Lynn the singer.
Fire.
Forget You Out My Mind. She is fire. She is fire.